then just looking how people were reacting to a 2 month lockdown, not just a 2 month lockdown, but a 2 month lockdown was really surprising to me how the mental capacity that I think people have, or the intestinal fortitude, or the strength, the mental strength that they have. I'm just like, wow, people are breaking. Like, I saw friends that I have that like one military, they're like, yo, pray for me, like COVID's getting me, you know? So that was going through my mind. And then all of a sudden,
yeah,
become the race, the race situation. Now, it's been in America for a while. It's not like it's been hiding, but because of social media and cameras, it's more, you can see it. It's more prevalent.
Yeah, correct.
For me, it's twofold because, you know, I'm an immigrant. And what I like to tell a lot of the immigrants is that we don't understand the plight of the African American in, you know, that's born and raised in America because of the fact of, like, your dad is, like you said, your dad is born, I don't know if I could put his date out there. He's born in the 50s, right?
60s.
So in the 60s, in the 60s, civil rights is going on. Martin Luther King is still doing it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's, you're one generation removed from, your mother probably, I think, had to be
bussed in
into
interrogated classroom. Yeah.
Right. So we can, as a Jamaican coming from Jamaica, where the prime minister is black, the business owners are black, we had freedom from England or whatever the situation is. It's a lot of different with the dynamics over here, and then you get to see everybody's different viewpoint.
Correct.
No matter if you're from the spectrum gamut, from all the way from an Asian to a white person to a person from Honduras, you're getting to see everybody because everybody's on social media.
Correct.
And you're able to take that information in, and sometimes you'll change your way of thinking, and then sometimes you'll reinforce that people don't actually get what's really going on.
Yeah. No, you're so right, man. And just to go off of that, and just how, same thing with me. I definitely echo your thoughts on this, the beginning of the year and everything that we had going on, and then this whole COVID thing hit, and you know, it definitely changed things in our household a lot. You know, the kids being home. I mean, my wife used to homeschool, so that part wasn't too unfamiliar. But the unfamiliar part of it was that, you know, she's working full time as well. So now it's like, all right, how do I manage homeschooling and doing full-time job? Now I have to step in and help out, you know, whatever way I can. Yeah. I gotta give her credit because she pretty much ran with all that. I didn't have to do much on my end. Just more so be the enforcer. You know what I mean? I was the principal, you know? I got to play the principal. The dean. Yeah. They call me, what was that guy on Lean On Me? Mr. Carson, something like that.
I remember, yeah. You're going to the bathroom making them sing songs?
Yeah. So I got to play that role. I get to play that role. And, you know, it's just a lot for the kids to digest and understand what's going on and explaining it to them. So you're explaining just the change in the world that we see through a pandemic, and trying to get them to understand the new reality that we live in, and trying to be healthy and safe and all these different things, explaining why, you know, I'm home every day, why mommy's home every day, and why they're home every day. You know, my oldest son graduated elementary school this year. So, you know, him not being able to, you know, really fully go through that experience. You know, they sent him a certificate, and here's your completion of your 5th grade. And he was like, oh, man, this feels so empty. And I was just like, oh, man, you know? So it's just like, you know, all those different things. And then you turn around and, like you said, this is not anything that's new for any of us that have experienced this, just the whole race and the things that African Americans have gone through in this country, and personally myself, and, you know, just, you know, so we explain it to them, but then when they're able to see it a little bit more, and I believe COVID helped in the sense that everyone's home. You know, everyone's on social media.
Real different situation. Yours, right?
Yeah, you know, so everyone is like, they're looking for something to do, and now this pops off again. You're like, oh, wait a minute, they got our full attention now. Let's all go out and raise awareness on this thing, you know? And so, which is good, you know, but at the same time now it's like, okay, now that people is more of awareness of people all around the world, of all races that recognize and see what's going on, and really seeing, okay, how can change be made? And first, really identifying that the change needs to be made, because some people still don't believe that there's a change that needs to be made. But then going from there and saying, okay, how do we come about making change to impact this, society and this race that is here in America? So yeah, man, it's a lot. It's a lot of emotions, man. And my wife, the other day, she was like, "Oh man, let's watch a movie." I said, "What movie you want to watch?" And it's like, "I want to watch a movie, just like a documentary or something more about race and what happened in the past. And let's watch Rosewood." I'm like, "Damn, that's not a movie I really want to watch right now." Yeah. But you watch it and it's like, man, same stuff going on, man.
Same stuff going. Imagine your kids are. My daughter is 4 years old. My youngest is 4 years old, and she's going to be able to say, "I went through a protest." She didn't actively go out there, but she lived through a time when there was protest, uprising in America for equality. And that's why I tell people, it's not that we're fighting to be superior. All we want is equality. That's it. That equality is fair across the board. If I go into a boardroom and I would have the qualifications, I can get the job just like if somebody else went into the boardroom and competing for the same job. It's just equality.
Correct. And yeah. But it's tough, man. It's tough because, and it's be, real transparent with our listeners and our viewers, equality is hard when both sides don't see the value, or one side doesn't see the value in the other, but they think that they do, but, a lot of times value is painted as, if you look more like me in your actions and what you do, then I can consider that being equal. But if you don't look like me and do the things that I do, then how can I, tag equality to that? It's the reality of it, and it's like, how do we get the minds changed? And I believe a lot more people now see that,
correct,
which is very, man, it was very warming to my heart, man, the amount of people that have reached out to me, neighbors and friends that are white, and that I worked with, that I grew up with, and it's just, friends that show their sign of support, through all of this, not only because of, I'm a Black man, but of what I represent as an individual. I was like, Rick, man, we really support you, and not only support you, but I want to learn more about what it is that you guys have been going through. Yeah.
Oh, before I get to my next point, man, it's funny. Yesterday, my son and I went fishing.
Yeah.
And we went to Walmart and we're getting some Gatorade and some stuff to take. When you get out there, it gets kind of hot to drink, right?
Yeah.
And my son had to remind me, "Wow, Dad, this is the first time I've been out the house in a car since COVID."
Oh, wow.
And it never dawned on me. I was like, "So how does it feel?" And he was just like, "Yeah, everything seems new." And it's like an experience. It's crazy. But so that right there was kind of eye-opening.
Wow, man. That's why he was excited about the donuts yesterday.
Yeah, that man. So they don't really eat donuts. This guy, Dunkin' Donuts now is like a new place. He's like, donuts. I had him had one donut. And this guy's like, donuts?
Yeah.
You invented this. Did you do it? I almost wanted to tell him yesterday.
Oh, man. Yeah. But yeah, you're right, man.
But up to the point is, it's very, some people are basing what's going on when they look at you being an engineer working at Johns Hopkins. Mm-hmm. They're probably saying, what is Ricky gonna say? There's no equality. He's an engineer, Johns Hopkins. He has a house, has his 3 boys. His wife is also a counselor in the education system. They go into a store, they buy what they want, they come out. Why is Ricky saying that it's not equal, right? So